Jefferson County Court Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session. And cause number 23CCCR 1146. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Bailey Batten. Ms. Batten, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Batten, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Batten, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Batten, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Batten?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Batten, I have before me the prosecutor. Prosecutor is Mr. Andrew Hubel. Mr. Hubel, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge, and yourself.
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Now, Ms. Batten, I have before me a document that is titled Information Sheet. This information sheet was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information sheet, it alleges that you, Bailey Batten, on or about April 8th of 2023, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of theft. Ms. Batten, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Ms. Batten, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Batten, I also have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Now, Ms. Batten, we previously went over this document earlier. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line that state you like to waive your right for an attorney
Yes,
and
sir.
represent yourself? I also have another document that is titled Waiver of Counsel for Purposes of Entering a Guilty Plea or Proceeding the Trial. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled
Yes,
Defendant?
sir.
Ms. Batten, before you signed and issued these documents, did you read these documents?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes, sir.
to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Batten, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Now, on this document, there's one box that's checked. The box that's checked states that this is a Class B misdemeanor, and the range of punishment for a Class B misdemeanor is confinement in jail for a term that does not exceed 180 days, or a fine that does not exceed $2,000, or you could be given both such fine and confinement. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, there are 2 sets of initials. The first set of initials are on the line next to a box that's checked. Guilty, did you place your initials
Yes, sir.
on this line that's next to the box that's
Yes, sir.
checked guilty? Also, I have a set of initials on the line before a paragraph that is titled Discovery and Admonishment, and it is on the line next to a statement that reads as follows. I do not request discovery of the evidence. I waive my right to request discovery in this case and choose to enter a plea guilty or no contest.
Yes, sir.
Did you place your initials on this document as well?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, that's titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to appeal, which means you're giving up your right to appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Batten, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir. He read it to me.
And did you understand what was read to you?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Batten, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
Stand
that-
up for states one.
Okay. No objection. States Exhibit number 1 will be admitted now. Prior to the court going into session, the court is going to ask you again, you have a right to have a record made. Do you waive your right to have a record made in this case? You waive your right to have a court reporter.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Ms. Batten, the state has offered State's Exhibit Number 1. State's Exhibit Number 1 is the first document on the tablet that you acknowledge, that you recognize. It has your same initials in these two locations,
Yes, sir.
and it had your signature at the top of page 3. The state would like to use this document as evidence in your case. Is it all right for the state to use this document as evidence in your case?
Yes, sir.
No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Ms. Batten, is there any evidence that you are currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
I don't understand.
Okay. Are you mentally ill? Do you understand what is going on in your case?
Yes, sir.
All right. State?
Oh, no, I was just saying, okay.
Okay. Now, the court is going to accept your plea of guilty. The court will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. The state will also find, the court will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And the court will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
For a plea of guilty, the state has offered 1 year deferred probation with a $300 fine and 50 hours community service.
What's the fine?
$300, Your Honor.
Plus court costs, with community service,
50 hours, Your Honor.
50. 50 hours community service. What's the court cost, Ms. Evans?
77.
277?
Yes, sir.
There's no restitution in
No,
this
Your Honor.
case.
Property is recovered.
Ms. Batten,
Yes, sir.
state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $300 plus court costs of $277. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 a month, a urinalysis fee of $15 a month. You'll also be required to pay a reimbursement fee of $15. Your total amount of installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $136 a month.
Okay.
Will you be able to pay the $136 each month?
Yes, sir.
You'll also be required to perform 50 hours of community service. And you will be required to adhere to the other standard terms and condition of probation. Ms. Batten, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Batten, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Batten, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will not result in a conviction on your record. You may qualify for non-disclosure. You can talk to an attorney about the non-disclosure. Ms. Batten, just please have a seat in that first chair by the wall. And when your name is called, I'll come up to the window. And once you finish at the window, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. This will conclude the calling of the court's arraignment docket on today's date, March 26th of 2024, in County Court at Law Number 2. Judge Terrence L. Holmes presiding. Everyone, please have a blessed day. And Mr. Hubert, you